All right. Couch Pilot's replacement co-host interview number 3, Lucas Newhouse. Let's give him a call here. Hey, Lucas.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. Thanks a lot for calling in. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this quick interview.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Blake. Blake is taking an absence right now, so we're calling people and seeing what would be the best possible fit to kind of cover while he's gone, if he even ever decides to come back.
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know what's going on with Blake, but
Oh, you don't
I
want
hope
to
he
know.
finds
You don't want to
I hope
know.
he finds his happiness.
Yeah, well, that's maybe more serious than I wanted to get, but I understand what you're saying. Hey,
Yeah.
I got a couple questions for you. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me about the last movie you saw.
Wow. I don't know, man. I don't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, no, that's the right answer. Tell me about the last movie I saw.
It was definitely the Avengers
Mm-hmm.
Endgame.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
What
It
happened in
was.
that? Do you know?
Yeah. There was a game,
Right.
and they got to the end of it, and they avenged the ending of the game.
Yeah, and then an Iron Man too.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Right. Right. Right.
I'm more of a washerman, but
Sure. Hey,
yeah.
what's do you are you more depressed or is Blake?
Uh, Depends on the day, I think.
I think Blake's got you pretty beat.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I got the scarred up arms and the scarred up chest where I tried to stun myself. So
Okay. You know
um,
what? You know what? Maybe you win. I don't know.
yeah, unless Blake's got me beat on 6 suicide attempts in 9 years, I don't think
No,
it's a competition.
I've seen Blake's naked body quite a bit, and there are virtually no scars on it.
So yeah, they're all inside the body.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Would you? I know you're a musician. Would you be interested in writing intro and outro music for the show?
Possibly.
Okay.
I've got another project like that for my brother's YouTube channel I need to do. So
What's
um
his YouTube channel?
it's like home repair stuff. He and his wife bought a house in Kentucky, but it needs work. So they're gonna spend the next couple of years on weekends traveling to Kentucky and working on that, and then they're documenting the whole process.
That's cool. That's smart. They'll be able to go back and look at it, and then you're gonna write music for the YouTube.
Yeah, he
Okay.
wants me to do the intro and outro music, and then he wants me to record music for, like their transitions and stuff when he's not talking.
Okay. Perfect. We'll just take whatever you give him and use the same for our show.
That sounds perfect.
All right. Great. Should we both grow our hair back out long?
I actually just shaved my head. I was growing my hair out long.
How long did it get?
Uh, about just above my chin.
That's the longest it's been for a while for me. What if I shave my head right now and then we both have like a hair growing contest?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great. And last question: what am I doing wrong?
In life or
Yeah.
in this, you're not committed to those ladies that you date.
Yep, that's it.
You need to get married.
Yep, you got it. God
All
damn.
right.
This is I will say this is far and away the best interview I've had.
I appreciate that.
And I just interviewed my sister and she's sitting in front of me.
Oh yeah, well she's dumb, so
I was just about to tell her that. I'm glad and she's on and she can hear you too, so that's perfect. All right, I will
that's perfect. Because I refer to her all the time as your dumb hot sister.
I say the same
So
thing about her. That's so weird.
yeah,
All right. Well, seriously,
who
thank
needs to
you.
know the name Sarah when we're just like dumb hot sister? Everybody's like, oh, it must be talking about Jason Tosher's sister.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you nailed it again. All right.
So
Well, I will. I'll let you go. I'll let you. I'll contact you in a few days and let you know the results here.
all right, sounds good.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, thank
See ya.
you. Bye.
She used to be an actress.
She ever do anything I would have saw?
I think her biggest deal was she starred in a pilot.
What's a pilot?
Well, you know the shows on TV?
I don't watch TV.
Yes, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on that invention they show shows?
Yeah?
Well, the way they pick the shows on TV is they make one show, and that show's called a pilot. Then they show that one show to the people who pick the shows, and on the strength of that one show, they decide if they want to make more shows. Some get accepted and become TV programs. Some don't and become nothing. She started one of the ones that became nothing.
Welcome to Couch Pilots, all of my friends. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television, pilots of the past. My name is Jason, and with me is the Canine Kid. It's Captain Kebmo Slice. Good evening.
Good evening, good morning. If you're listening to this in the morning, be sure to turn on your headlights. It's Flash. Oh boy, Flash Friday with Tom Likas.
Can't do it.
I love morning zoos. Why is it called a zoo?
Because of all the aminals.
But like all animals in zoos are caged and seemingly docile.
Yeah, so it is weird that they call it the morning zoo, but I also very much love morning zoos. Man cow.
I love man cow.
He's a cow. Zoo.
Yeah. Is he still big? He was in the Chicago area, right?
Yes.
So he used to be syndicated, I think, down here in Peoria.
Yep. He was all over.
It was a short time, though.
He was nationwide for like a year.
What's his thing? Why did he go away? Did he have a controversy about him?
His goatee wasn't good enough.
Ugh.
His goatee wasn't good enough.
Didn't cut the mustard?
Didn't cut the start.
The only morning zoo I ever listened to, I don't even know if you call it a zoo, probably not, was Bob and Tom.
That was national also, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, it is.
Was it those guys that did the Timbuktu? No.
It maybe, I don't know.
From Time to Timbuktu. Remember that?
Oh, no, that was...
Those are two other first names that were short.
That
Bob
was
and,
Chris Elliott's dad, which
Yes.
was Bob Elliott. I can't remember the other guy.
I feel like it was in Tom.
But Bob and Tom are still going now, and those
Different
two
Bob
guys
and
are
Tom.
totally dead.
What about the
Bob and Tom are in Indianapolis, I believe.
Opie and also Anthony? How about them?
Never listened to them. My friend Jeff really loved them a lot, and then I think Jim Norton got involved, and
Yeah.
then people got angry and split. And but I didn't know them. They were shocking disc jockeys as well. Right?
Okay, yeah, I believe so. I just know them from the United Auto Insurance commercials that play up in Chicagoland. United Auto Insurance 773-202 5000. We've got you covered, Chicago.
Yeah.
Do you? I don't know that at all. That's just in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
They were out of L.A. though. Is that right?
I think so. It was either Opie and Anthony or these local Chicago guys, Eddie and Jobo. I think were their names. Eddie and Jobo.
You have any desire to do something like that, or you just enjoy listening to it?
I don't enjoy listening to it for one, but
You don't? I thought we started this by saying you enjoy it.
I you know what? I enjoy doing it. I do have a desire to do it
Okay, is it because you like pressing buttons like this?
Yeah.
so much.
All right, let's bring her in. This is my sister. She's the guest on today's program. You know her from having 9 chickens and now only 5 chickens.
6.
Yeah.
6.
What?
One came back from the dead.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Resurrected. So
Yeah.
the Christ of chickens.
Just did some basic CPR, brought it back.
Why did you choose this as your intro music?
Yeah. Why'd you pick that?
Just love heavy metal.
Yeah.
Just love it.
Who's your favorite heavy metal artist?
Yeah. Who?
Was it Cannibal Corpse?
No, it's Metallica.
Metallica.
I don't even.
That's the correct pronunciation. What he said.
Yeah,
what did you
Metallica.
call it?
Metallica. Is that
No.
not right?
Yeah.
No.
No. It's
No.
Okay.
it's okay. I got one of their vinyls
Yeah.
over there.
Go back and think about every time you've ever heard someone say Metallica loud, and
Yeah.
think if that's anyone that said you said Metallica. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Processing.
you can
It wasn't.
I don't know if you're doing it ironically. If you are,
It's pretty funny.
It's
yeah.
pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny
I gotta
if you
be
are.
honest with you. It's pretty funny. Metallica. Oh boy.
Everyone contacts us about your animal situation.
A lot. It's been brought. It has been brought up more than a couple times.
On the show?
Yeah.
People love it. People want to know all about your
You're so
animals.
full of it.
They want to know about their names, their birth dates.
No
No.
bit. The chickens have come up multiple times.
Yeah, you're the chicken lady.
I'll never forget when you called Lindy's
Oh, yeah,
here in
no,
Washington.
Exactly. Now I am
was dying.
now a resident of Washington, and I love Lindy's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah, call Lindy's.
I called
remember
Lindy's,
that.
I called them on the telephone saying that you
Perfect.
had excess chicken eggs and you wanted
Yeah.
to sell
Yeah,
them.
because
to
you
Lindy's.
did truly have excess eggs.
I
right?
did.
Like there were too many. Right?
Yeah.
But now you've
My chickens
eliminated
are getting old.
a
Yeah.
third of your chickens, and they're getting old, which means some of
Yeah.
them stop producing.
I actually have a chicken that has gray feathers in front.
I
wow.
so thought you were going to say has AIDS.
No.
Okay.
Meow meow.
Did I tell you
Do you guys
how-
know feline AIDS is the number one killer
Debbie
of domestic
Downer.
cats?
Oh, no.
Meow meow.
Yeah, that's
If you ever find yourself in a surplus of eggs, I'll take some.
or AIDS.
I need...
Or AIDS.
Or AIDS.
Yeah, I'll take some of that too.
I think in the spring we're going to get more. And then, yeah.
Eggs.
Okay, cool.
Eggs.
More eggs.
Not more AIDS.
What does AIDS stand for, Kevin?
Is it autoimmune deficiency syndrome?
I think you're right.
Yeah, it is.
Is it actually
Yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
But you knew enough to say
I
Metallica, right? This is what I'm talking. This is just like
Knew
tribal
enough to say
knowledge,
Metallica.
common
Hey,
sense kind of stuff.
here's my banter portion of the show. Do you guys like my new corduroy shoes?
I swear
I
to
do
you,
like
I noticed
those.
them.
I did too.
They're pretty funky.
Are they soft?
Thanks, guys. You want to touch them? They're brand new. So.
Yeah, those are nice.
10 seconds of banter. That's all Kevin is allotted being a
They're
new
just a little
co-host.
scuff right in
You're
front
welcome.
already.
Yeah, I know. That happened today because I just had them on.
I like them.
Magic eraser.
I never look
I
good.
like the flaw.
I don't look good in casual shoes, like just regular sneakers.
What?
I don't know. Something about. I think I'm just like
You need to have like
I'm built weird. My legs are like tree trunks. I have big, thick legs.
I'm opposite. I
know.
got slim pins, buddy.
and they look good on guys
I look like
you.
I look like a meatball on two toothpicks.
Oh,
You accidentally get another toothpick when you're going into the crock pot. That's what my body is. Pretty much.
hold on. Say that last part again.
It's like feline AIDS.
Meow, meow, yeah.
Feline AIDS is the number one killer of domestic cats.
All right.
When did that one get on there?
I don't know, but did you guys ever hear that Miley Cyrus song? I love it.
Smoker all her life.
Is Miley Cyrus hot, Sarah? Like is she like sexually? Is she?
I think she's sexy. I mean, when her hair's done a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I think at one point, didn't she have some weird haircut?
Yeah, the short hair was not appealing to me particularly.
Yeah.
But I think she has a nice body.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Except for when she had the shorts on that were too tight, and she looked like King of the Hill. What's his name? Hank Hill's ass cheeks.
I don't. Boy.
Do you know? You not know what I'm talking
I don't
about?
know either of those references.
So Hank Hill, I don't. I'm not a King of the Hill head at all.
Camel toe is what he's saying.
Yeah. No, there's like a thing. There was a meme that went around when she was at like the VMAs, and doing like something with Robin Thicke, and she like twerked for the first time.
Oh, that was,
like,
that was the first twerking. Yes.
Yeah, and she was wearing these shorts that were like really like messing up her turd cutter. Like they were just like
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
really weird.
Dug in too deep.
And it made it look like she had this really weird butt. And Hank,
Really? We're talking about her butt.
yeah, and Hank turd cutter. That's the colloquial.
Some
term,
girls
right?
shit out their vaginas. She wasn't sure.
No, yeah.
I really thought we were talking about the front.
No.
Front butt.
Yeah, the back butt. She's got a front butt and a back butt.
Right.
I'm talking about the back butt. And
Whole kit and caboodle.
The whole kit and caboodle. And she, it looked like Hank Hill's butt. There's like a image from King of the Hill where he's like, you just see his bare ass like one time, and it's like really weird looking, and it looked like Miley Cyrus's butt.
Someone out there made that.
I would
Someone
say
made
I
the
appreciate
connection.
when people do that.
It was hilarious.
Like,
and
who does
I remember that. That was like in
Yeah.
2012, 2011, 2012.
It's like A Beautiful Mind when you're just like you're staring at a weird ass. And you're like, where have I seen that before?
Where have
Oh,
I
a
seen
Mike
that?
Judge cartoon from 12 years ago. That's where I've seen it from.
Beautiful mind, indeed.
A beautiful behind,
A
indeed.
beautiful front butt.
We tried at school, because I work at a school, like
Yeah.
there's a couple kids that are really misbehaved
Careful
kids.
now.
And sometimes we match them with people's dogs' faces.
Oh, wow.
I don't know where that came from, but we'll do that. We're like, look at this dog. I know him.
We actually have the principal of your school on the phone, and they
She's
have something
on
they wanna,
the line, and we're assuming she's a female.
She's gonna say, "You fired."
That guy's president still, right?
Donald,
And he will be
Donald
again.
Till the 20th.
And he will be
20th
again,
of,
though, right?
January.
January. He's eligible to be. He's not. This is the last. He won't run. He might run again, but no one's gonna vote him back in.
He's going to start Trump
happen.
TV. You guys know that, right?
If I
If I
were Donald
broke
Trump,
that to you,
Kind of like Apple
you'd
TV.
mention that.
yeah.
Trump TV.
There'll be a
Like
little.
that?
There'll be a little box in your house that says Trump on it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think Donald Trump
hair
is.
will be
is
like the
I think he like. I really think he never thought he was going to win.
Yeah,
to begin
exactly.
with.
Yep.
And then I think he's never a guy who apologizes or concedes defeat. So I think
In anything.
but I think he's going to stick with that, having lost a presidential race. But I think it's what he wanted.
Yeah. Oh, he never wanted to win. He never wanted to be president.
How old is he? Seriously, like 76, 77?
Yeah, about trombones in the big parade. I think he is.
You don't think he wanted to win?
I don't think he wanted to win in the
second
first
time,
place.
Why would he ever in his
Oh, the
life?
second.
Oh no,
time.
the first time he didn't want to win.
I don't know that. I truly think that he maybe didn't think he would.
He didn't think he would.
But this time,
He wanted to make Trump News Network, TNN, the new TNN.
He's like, shit. Now I gotta.
Yeah, now I got to actually do stuff.
The Nashville Network.
But then he didn't actually do stuff, so it was fine.
Yeah. Well,
It's a figurehead.
I
Anyways.
think
it's like a head coach
I
of a
think
football
he's
team.
glad that he didn't win again, so he could be just like, "Good Lord, I know I'm going to be dead in 4 years. Let me
Yeah.
just enjoy. Let me just enjoy the rest of my life. I've got $1 billion. I have a team that's going to protect me for that. Like, he doesn't need to worry about anything ever. Why would he want to spend the last few years of his life being president?
No. Nobody. Why would Joe Biden want to spend the last few months of his life being president? Really? I don't know.
So it can go down the history
Kamala.
books that Joe Biden paved the way for a black lady to be president.
Yeah, he truly did. He
So-
truly did.
So you know what? Everybody won.
Everybody won. It's true. It's true. You're not wrong there.
What questions do you have for my sister? And we already
Is it about
covered.
my chickens.
It can't be about her chickens, and we already covered Miley Cyrus's asshole.
Miley Cyrus's asshole.
That was the cheeks.
Oh, I'm
just
sorry,
the cheeks.
cheeks.
Yeah.
I met a guy who had a hole in his cheek, though.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Was he dipped too much and he had a hole in his cheek?
No, like his butt cheek.
Does it look like I got a haircut today?
I don't.
It doesn't look like it.
I agree with her. Did you?
No, I shaved my awful sideburns completely off.
I do remember you having
Okay.
bigger sideburns.
Oh my gosh, they're always so long, and that's how I know that I need a haircut. And I got the wispies.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
You get the wispies off. You
I
do
always.
that.
I shave mine every week.
I can't. Well, I can't see.
I hold a mirror in one hand and I shave with the other.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
I get bobs for him
Can't do it.
Oh,
and his shoulders.
here's a good question that I was maybe going to do on the next show, but
Yeah,
talk about self-care. How do you pop a zit on your back?
I don't.
You just let it fester?
Steph does it for me.
How does she do it?
She likes the blackheads. I said one time. I said, "Can you scratch my back?" This is like last week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this has been our entire 7-year relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you scratch my back? Because I'll put it up, and Ian has, this is my one trick I want him to know is to be able to scratch my back like that.
That's the best.
It's all I
They're
want.
gonna get tired after like 30 seconds.
I know, but still. So he kind of did it, and then I was like, Steph, can you scratch my back? She goes, only if I can pop your blackheads. And I was like, okay, sure.
How many blackhead? How are we talking? 1, 2? You got
I got a healthy back, I think.
You got a healthy
I
back?
got a healthy back. I got the angel wings on there. You've seen the angel wings before.
The tattoo.
No, no, I have.
Who am I thinking of? Oh,
really
Blake.
big shoulder blades.
I have hair
Oh.
Hanging.
that's in the wing spots.
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
It looks like wings.
Have you ever tried to fly?
I didn't know I had that. I didn't know I had that until like 2 or 3 years ago. Until Steph was like, "Oh, well, you got your hair back there." I'm like, hair?
I do?
In the middle of my back? It's only on my shoulders. And she's like, "No, there, you got some." And I made her take a picture. I was like, "What the fuck? I've been walking around like this."
Someone could take a picture of my back, and I'd have no idea who.
Right? I don't think you have angel wings though, because you don't have the. It's a different
I've
composition.
got a little hair right here. I don't have a. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have a sweater.
I don't either.
My
brother does, but
So Steph pops your pimples.
yes.
Would she pop mine?
Sure. Hopefully you have some. I disappoint her every time with the lack of them.
I rarely
clean
do.
well.
But I was scratching my back, and then it hurt. Like I hit a sore. I was like, "What is that?" It's like, "Oh, it's a bump." I'm trying to squeeze it, but I just can't bend that way.
Just scratch.
What about you, Sarah? Does Bob do yours?
I don't have too many pimples back there. No, he doesn't.
No.
He would never pop my pimple anyway.
He would never do it.
No.
So what would you do then? If you had one on your back and you're like, "This has to go. I can't let it fester."
I have acne medicine that I put on the dot.
But there is a lot of
You-
satisfaction in the.
Are you a
in the
picker or are
is.
you a popper? You're poppers?
popper?
I'm a picker.
Picker?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
You pick.
Pick instead of. Well, I guess I do kind
Scrape.
of both sometimes.
Scrape.
I do a little scrape, and then I have one
Never
jar
pop.
of like Oxy pads, and that lasts me for like
that's great.
that
Yeah,
lasts me
those are-
maybe a year sometimes.
Yeah.
I
Those are
don't.
good.
I thankfully I don't have a lot of acne, but I got one on my back right now, and it's a real son of a bitch.
I had one like right near my ass crack the other week.
Prove it.
Have you seen those that like they've had to like dig out of people's backs because they've gotten so big?
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah, do you watch that or seen
I've
it?
seen like I don't watch it,
Yeah. I've
but
seen
my
a
friend
couple
used to work at a
episodes.
like
Against
a
my will.
prompt
Yeah.
care, and she told me some nasty stories.
I'm a picker. I just
Pick it on out. To
Scratch
the
at
east
it.
side, right?
just
Get it
dig
out
it.
of there.
Yeah, sometimes I got one on my elbow that just won't go away.
Weird zits. It's
And it just like one time I was just like going like this, like watching TV, and it was just like dripping
Maybe it's not a
blood.
pimple.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably
I got
dying.
This thing that's been on there for
You're dead.
probably 15 years. I've had this thing,
Yeah, you're dead.
and I'll scratch it off every once in a while.
On purpose.
Yeah, just cause.
That's enough.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't want to fucking
Fucking
shit.
the known as
Make me sick to my stomach. All right, so this episode's coming out
It's
a
a
few
Butte,
days
Clark.
before Crimbus, and we have some fan feedback, which
Got
I don't see it all the time. Blake would
Okay.
handle that because I'm not a
Yeah.
social media guy. But we received a physical card in the mail
No way.
from our Chris Tuckley.
No,
from the United Kingdom.
no way. You got a card from Chris Tuckley.
And inside the card was a poem,
Oh,
and it goes
Holy cow!
a little something like this. You guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
Hit it.
All right. 'Twas the night before Christmas,
Oh,
when all around peekin', not a creature was stirring, not a floorboard was creaking. The couch pilot's
great.
boys had each said a prayer in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Jason was nestled in his full-size bed, while visions of chipmunks danced round in his head. And Molly and Blank, in winter pajama, were dreaming of fun with a new moldorama. When out on Blake's lawn there arose such a clatter, he sprang from his bed to see what was the matter. What could it be? He hardly dared speak. Had the darn swimming pool started to leak? Could it be Velma out there in the snow? What was the dark shape there moving below? And what to Blake's wandering eyes would appear but 8 little men and Lori Garcia? Doesn't rhyme at all. Hoover and Kebmo and Dustin and Scott and Matthew and Brian and who've I forgot? Tim was the next, and then Jeff the Soap Man. And they sang Blake a song. Listen how it began. It's a Couch Pilot's Christmas. Come one, come all. Just pull on your bobby socks. We'll have a ball. Forget the corona. We'll really let loose. It's far more fun than you'll have down at the Moose. So Blake summoned Jason by texting his phone, gave Molly a kiss, and gave Velma a bone, and silently climbed down to his fairy crew, and into the Couch Pilot's night they all flew. And now so they say to young children abed, if you are good and do what your mama said, you'll gain points like a true frequent flyer, and you too may hear that Couch Pilot's choir. And download the podcast and don't make the mistake of missing the wise words of Jason and Blake.
oh my gosh!
Nice.
So,
Chris Tuckley is from England.
I've
he
heard
is.
of him.
Yes.
Did
He
we
is-
find some stuff for him?
Did we find some stuff?
Sign. We were.
Oh yes. Was that the?
Episode 200, we had some posters made,
Yeah.
signed. People who came got one, and then some high tier frequent flyers such as Dee Dee and Chris Tuckley both received them, and then we sent them around the world so they could receive these. UK, Australia,
I love that.
very excited, very exciting.
That reminds me of the 12 Days of Couch Pilots.
You know what?
You want to throw it in?
Maybe in a few days we should release it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Chris Tuckley last year wrote
The same kind of thing.
Yeah, he sent us a card, and in it had the 12 Days of Couch Pilots.
Yeah.
And Blake drunkenly attempted to sing it live on the show.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we had Brian Wolford on. We were doing
it was-
the Dukes of Hazzard. It was, at the time, it was one of my most favorite episodes we had done.
Yeah.
And we said, Who is
Oh,
being
look at that.
referenced here? I don't know what that is.
That was an email. Whoops.
Who's being referenced in this 12 Days of Christmas? We assembled everyone and we all sang it.
Yep.
And we released that episode on its own. That was awesome. Thank you to Chris.
Mm-hmm.
This was awesome. Merry Christmas to you and yours, Chris, and thank you so much for sending us that poem. That's truly awesome. I'm going to give you 150,000 frequent flyer.
Oh,
points. I'm
my
gonna do it. I'm sorry, I'm
goodness
gonna do it.
gracious.
I know it's a lot. I'm doing it.
Awesome.
I dare you.
Today we discussed the pilot episode of Rosie from the year of our Lord 1900 add 60. Great year.
Great year.
1960. 2 year. My mom was 2 years old back then.
Nice.
So was your mom, because
Oh, yeah. Same mom.
My dad was 1 year old then.
She was born in
So
60?
our
she was 2 years old then, so she was born in 58.
58. Oh.
our parents are very similar in age, but my dad waited a long time
Good
to
for
have
him.
children.
Good for him. Do you think we have the same dad? I'm not talking to Kevin. That's not a question for Kevin.
Because I certainly don't think we do.
No, you have way more hair. I'm envious of your facial. Anyone who can grow a beard like you can.
This
I'm
is
very
this is
envious.
Saturday, by the way.
God Lord.
I just shaved my
Is it-
sides.
Do we have the same dad? Is he my real dad?
I'm pretty sure we have the
Yeah,
same
you-
father.
you look
we grew
very
up together.
similar.
Okay. You've seen my dad?
I've never seen your father.
Okay.
I've never
Well,
seen.
Jason is more of like the Roker side.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I've met your mom many times, and
Now-
you both look like your mother.
Sometimes they have the question, "What's your mother's maiden name?" to get
Yeah.
get past a security code, and she just said it, so we're gonna have to edit all that out of the
Yeah,
show.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to do that. Yeah.
Didn't realize.
Is that the Is there any relation to the cabinet people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I pass that every once in a while.
Oh yeah, just wave,
I've been
wave
ma-
and yell her name. They'll know exactly what it means.
I've been meaning to ask. There you go.
Okay, so we have this is the same dad.
1960.
I thought he told me once he wasn't my dad, my real dad. So
We're gonna play a fun game. So Jason, this is a surprise to you.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
1960 is the year. This
Hold
is
on.
a fun game.
Can we get the game music going?
Yeah, please. The game is called "What is the oldest thing that you've ever put in your mouth?"
I had no idea this was going to happen. This is very exciting. Kevin has left the pilot's lounge. I assume
Oldest thing?
Yeah. I see. If he's going to bring his dad down here, then it is. Oh, I know what this is.
What is this? Oh, wow.
This is Jim Beam.
It's by the toilet.
I hid it in the cabinet. I couldn't think of anywhere else to hide it. There's a little cabinet that there's literally only toilet paper in there.
It's a really weird bottle.
1980. It's a decanter. It's a vintage decanter.
Oh,
It was sealed until yesterday when I broke it.
wow.
I will say, I went to a flea market once a few years ago, and there was a guy selling a bunch of Civil War memorabilia, and I bought an old Civil War soldier. I believe he's from the South. I bought an old Civil War soldier's foot and proceed to put that in my mouth. So that may be the oldest thing, but maybe not the oldest thing that was meant to go in my mouth. Can we change the name of the game to that?
Yeah, that one's for me. It's heavy. I know.
Okay. Is you got one for my sister?
I want to smell it.
There's 3 here.
You should take a little. You should have absolutely just have a little.
Holy crap.
But this is old. This is like good
Okay,
shit.
so this was 1985 is when this was bottled.
Okay.
1985.
It was put into this decanter in 1985. However, it was aged in an oak cask for 100 months, which is the equivalent of
100 years.
3 or 4 years.
So it's about the same age as me.
Is it dirty?
That's old.
No.
The marks in between the white look dirty. Is it like dusty, or is that supposed to look like
I
that?
think it's vintage looking. It's kind of like the...
That's just, it's like
Okay.
the way that it was fired in
Yeah.
the kiln.
Can you hold it up so we can see it a little bit better? So it's round. It's white for the most part. I assume it's porcelain or glass or something.
Yeah,
It's got-
some burbs
Yeah.
and some flowers. I had some that was from 1970, and it was 155 months old, which is like 13 years, something like that.
Yeah.
100 months is more than 3 years.
Oh yeah.
It's like 8 years or something.
Oh yeah.
No, it's 3 years. 100 months is like 2 years.
No. Because
12
there's
months a
12
year.
here. So
12
it's,
months. I
So
don't
it's like
even know.
8 years, right? It's like 8 years.
Whatever.
yeah,
This one was
yeah.
155 months, and it was from 1970. So it was made before my father was born, and your mother, ironically, actually, it was made in 1967. It was my favorite one of the bunch. This is the newest one of the bunch. My dad said you can have the whole thing.
Wow.
So let's
try it. It's
strong.
Jim Beam, you said?
It's Jim Beam bourbon. Yeah.
Oh man.
What is the oldest thing that you've ever put in your mouth? Probably this.
Yeah, probably so. I did date a geriatric once.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's bad.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
It's bad.
It smells like paint thinner.
It kind of tastes like my grandma's perfume. A little bit.
It does.
And then, like,
I've
after
had
you
it.
taste it, you sprayed it in your eyes because it definitely is burning my eyes.
No, so I drank this like all weekend, this past weekend, and so I have become accustomed to it.
This really
And
probably is like the
I
oldest
like
thing
it.
I've consumed.
I know that's kind of the thing. I was really, really happy to just be like, I can't believe we're drinking this, me and my dad. But like, and then I thought, and I texted the group, the guys group. I'm like, my grandpa would have liked this. That we're not like making a big deal out of it and like trying to sell it or like, oh, we gotta drink that. It's like
Just crack it open and
Yeah.
enjoy it.
I'm not a bourbon guy, so I'm like, let's
But you enjoyed it though, right?
Yeah, there were two that I didn't like. One of them tasted much more like my grandmother's perfume, and one of them tasted like a catcher's mitt. Funnily enough, that's your sports fact of the week.
And this is from the 60s.
This from the 85.
So 85, 100
So
months.
70s.
So mid-late 70s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, that's good.
that's the oldest thing that we put in our mouth.
Today.
That's why, today. I was gonna get that other one for this pilot, but I forgot about it.
No, this
it's
is perfect.
1960 though.
This is perfect.
What else do you keep in that cabinet by your toilet?
Just toilet paper.
So you,
And a lot of stuff from the old owners. There's like some weird like fasteners and stuff in there.
all of which
They knew I was a screw guy.
go into your mouth or not?
You're shuddering. You want to drink more of it, don't you?
I do, but it hurts.
But it's not. It's not good.
It's not.
It's a weird taste. Bourbon is not my preferred liquor.
Well, this bourbon takes me back to like the mid-late 70s.
Probably.
But let's go back even further.
Even further
in our minds. And to do so, we'll talk about things that happened in 1960 because that's the year the pilot came out, and to judge the pilot in any other way would be a disservice to the pilot.
Correct.
I gotta work on my lung capacity.
Yeah. Oh, I got some stuff down here for you to work on your lung capacity too, buddy.
Oh my god. Tom Likas.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. Guttertown, baby.
No, I'm not doing that one.
Nope.
But I'll do this one.
I like how it only comes in the right ear. That one.
I've never noticed that.
Well,
Um,
now you have.
Things that happened in 1960. December 1st, Paul McCartney and Pete Best arrested, then deported from Hamburg, Germany for accusation of attempted arson.
Yeah, that was when they were wearing leather jackets. The Beatles.
The Beatles.
That's Paul McCartney, right?
Brian De Paul McCartney. That's right. Do you know Pete Best? He was the
Drummer for the Rolling Stones, right?
Yeah.
Right?
No. He was the original drummer for the Beatles. They had like Stu Sutcliffe and Pete Best. They were all before, like the first year or two before they got Ringo Starr,
Okay.
The cool Beatle.
the coolest of all the Beatles.
No, he was the funny Beatle, right?
I'm not signing any more autographs. I'm not signing any more things. Please stop sending to me. Peace and love. Peace and love.
He's the funny Beatle, right? Ringo?
Funny looking.
I'm pretty sure he was like the popular, like stylish one, wasn't he?
Maybe so. I always thought it was about John and Paul.
I thought Paul's a cute one, though.
Yeah, George was the cool one, man.
George was the cool one. That's actually true.
He's the guy, like, no one in the history of the world, including Jay Leno, could pull off a Canadian tuxedo like George Harrison.
I wore one today.
Oh, really? Congratulations.
Or did you pull
Like,
it off?
What was the event?
Black.
Okay.
I wear my black jeans, and I have a black jean jacket.
Yeah.
The occasion was
Canadian wedding.
Big Lots.
Oh, Big Lots. Gotta head out to Big
I
Lots.
do like Big Lots.
Big Lots, yeah.
Turning a lot of heads down there at the discount bargain store, huh?
Oh, yes, very much so. Pete Best, some would say he was actually the worst.
It's funny because his name would suggest otherwise,
Right.
but the worst, right? No, I get it.
Wikipedia is asking me to donate, dude. No way am I donating. I donate every year.
I did for the first time the other day.
I donate
Like
every year.
$275, and they're like, "Hey, it's gonna cost us X amount to process your credit card. Can we charge you like 37 more cents?" I'm like, "Fucking fine, 321. I'll give you 321. You got it."
Once a year around Christmas time, because it's when they ask, like around Christmas time, because they're like, "Oh, please, come on, please
How
Please
could they?
help us.
Why do they keep asking?
Because
They don't have any ads. Is that why?
yeah, and it's just everybody uses it and it's free.
I literally use it every day.
Yeah, so
Really?
I'll do it when I'm a couple deep, and
Yeah.
I'll throw like $20 their way. I'll just
Wow.
That's really generous.
So you're
Once a
basically
year.
saying do not look at Wikipedia. I almost said Wikipedia, which I think is a real thing for Star Wars.
That's good.
Don't look at Wikipedia while drinking, or else you might be start giving them double
you
digits.
might be giving them couple $100.
Do they ask for a 37 extra cents after that $20?
You
donation?
know what? I at this point don't know.
Just mail them a 20. That's
She
what you do.
she grabbed her cup again, guys.
She's-
I
yeah.
just want to.
I do. I want to drink it, but it's going to hurt
it's
me every
liquid.
time.
My
It's
sister's
liquid.
a real booze hound.
That's why I asked you if you drink.
One time she had in high school, she was like, "Hey, will you buy me and my friends booze?" And I did it. You remember that?
Yes.
What did something happen that night? Did anything?
You're
happen?
younger than Jason. Are you the oldest?
Jason's
she
the
does.
oldest.
She does look a little older than me. I'll give you
No,
that.
I could have sworn.
almost 2 years exactly older.
Yeah.
No, we covered this like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
If you're mature for your age, and I said you're perfectly not too mature
Right.
and definitely not mature enough.
I own.
You're both.
I own a Steve Urkel doll.
There you go.
What do you remember that though, or not?
Not really, actually. I remember Kevin asking me to buy him alcohol.
I remember that, and I was like, maybe I'll get to sleep with one of our friends if I did it. No, I didn't think about
Which
that.
one? Which one did you want to sleep with?
Not.
A high schooler?
I can't,
Well,
I
I
can't
would have been like 19.
I can't.
then.
I can't say. I
You were
can't say her
21.
name. I can't say her name.
But he knows.
But I'm definitely picturing her now.
Gotta know which friend this
Kevin is exactly like my age, like a few weeks older or younger than me.
Yeah.
You were born
Yeah.
in 90?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just a baby.
He's like May something.
No,
right?
you're in May.
He's
and,
June.
and he is June.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like a few weeks different.
It's pretty
so,
wild.
yeah. It'd be great to have an older sibling that would actually do that, but my brother was a famed asshole.
So was I, but I did it for her, I think.
No, he did it for me a couple times.
I think I was just like, hey, just don't, please don't die.
Yeah.
Or like, or at least if the
you
group of
buy
your friends that are, if one of them's got to die, make sure it's the one I don't want to sleep with.
Yeah.
What did I have you buy? Like those Mike's Hard Lemonade?
I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
like maybe
Zima?
like
Some
vodka or
Zimas?
something.
Zima.
And I didn't even drink back then. Honestly, buying you alcohol was probably the first time I
Really?
ever purchased alcohol.
Yeah.
I think I drank more before I was 21 than I drank.
Yeah, I never
After.
drank. I never drank ever.
I've like always wanted to reach the thing. I asked my dad once, like, you ever have mom like buy you dip? Do you ever like buy because he does the chaw, you know?
Okay.
And I'm like, you ever have mom? I've always wanted to reach that level where I can just like ask Steph to just like buy me a can of chew or like a cigar.
Yeah, but wash your hands before you do it because it's covered in my fucking back jism, right?
Oh my God.
Popping your zits.
No, his
going
back's
out.
clean. His back's clean, he said.
Back jism.
I'm gross.
Hashtag backjism. Tweet it up,
I think
folks.
Kevin thought I said he had like a cock on his back.
Yeah, I was like,
which is not the case.
Come, I've heard of a comeback, but
High five it. December 10th, Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine awarded to Sir Frank Burnett and Peter Medwar for their work on tissue grafting.
Oh.
okay.
Would if you guys had like your face all burnt, what part of your body would you want grafted onto it?
Butt cheek.
Yeah.
They say that's the best part. I'm not kidding.
So when you say kiss my ass, it could just be like kissing your cheek.
Yeah.
What about you,
That's,
sir?
give yourself. Come on.
I just want
Whoops.
something.
Did I mess up the names of it?
No,
I played with it the other night. I gotta be honest with you. I messed it up. Did I mess it up?
not at all.
Okay, good.
What skin would I want on
What
my face?
skin would you want on your face?
I have a lot of extra skin on my thighs. We'll put it there. My thigh on my face.
Okay.
I think
Thigh
that's what
skin.
they actually do, though.
Thigh and ass.
Oh.
I think they actually do thighs and butt cheek because it's like who cares? Like
If I got
who's looking at your thighs? I'm looking at my wife's thighs.
Yeah.
And you want to high five that shit?
My lips sometimes get like crackly and chapped.
Oh yeah.
But my feet never do. So maybe I'd like graft foot feet onto my
Ooh,
lips.
you wouldn't want my foot feet.
Why not?
My foot feet.
I don't want your foot feet.
Your foot skin.
You don't want my foot skin on your lips, baby.
On my
Ooh boy.
You don't want my foot skin,
Oh
baby.
no, mama.
Can't do it.
All right, December 16th, TWA Flight 266 and United 826 collide over Staten Island, kills 134
Oh my
people.
Terrible.
God. 1960, huh? They didn't figure it out yet?
No flight plans.
Holy crow.
I have been in a plane, maybe like 20 times ever, maybe.
Probably about the same.
Only once, and I'm sure it's happened much more if I had paid attention, but only once have I ever looked out the window and saw another plane.
Oh,
And I wasn't frightened, but I was like, that's fucking amazing. I was like, what we're doing right now is fucking amazing.
Yeah, and you know, Louis C.K. really did say it best. Like he's the one who.
Do you want to
has
see my
that
cock? Can I jack off in front of you? Is that what he said best?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh,
best.
sorry. I'm sorry. What did he say?
In his one of his first couple stand-up specials, he was like, you know, people are complaining about flying and stuff. You're flying.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Flying.
amazing.
Yeah,
like I always think of that, but everybody's had that thought. That's why I love that bit, because everybody's had that thought.
Yeah, we don't belong up here.
I flew when you said you've been on a plane probably 20 times. I forgot that I had a girlfriend that lived in California.
Oh, yeah.
For like a year.
Used to go travel there.
And I would just go there. I went there, I think, I think I went there like 7 times in a year.
Unreal.
Yeah. I was just working retail and just making money and living with my parents. So I wasn't going to school or anything. So I just went back and forth like 7 times. So I saw a plane a couple times in the air.
It's freaky, though.
So scary. I don't care if we're going in the same direction. It's like we're going to hit each other.
I saw it.
Oh, my God.
I bet it was like a mile or 2 away.
Oh, yeah.
And it was down below me, flying through some clouds.
Yep.
It was going perperspendicular, so I was like, it's not going to hit me. But I was like, that is so weird to see that. And while I'm in the air, I can't even see the ground right now.
Yeah, it's so weird.
You have any weird airplane experiences, Sarah?
I don't remember ever looking out the window and seeing another plane. I don't.
Are you a window seat person?
You like the windows?
I usually shut the windows.
Oh, really?
I open
I
the
mean,
windows.
I like it when you're like getting close to see everybody's pools. And that's kind of
that's
weird.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. The pools, specifically pools.
Yeah,
Where are you flying?
usually southern. We go to Florida, where there's the ocean.
Okay.
But that's just so vast.
That's God's pool.
Yeah.
But you see all these little pools,
course,
and I
God's
kind of
pool,
like,
yeah.
oh, there's so many. But
Yes,
anyway,
yeah. Everybody has pools.
I think the weirdest thing on a plane would just be the amount of vomit that's come out of my kids' mouths.
Really? They puke a lot?
I've had a couple times.
Oh.
So those bags, I steal them actually.
You got to get
All
one
the
of those
time.
Wow.
bags that you hang off of a horse's ass, where they
Oh,
just
yeah.
shit into, but you put
Put it on their neck.
Yeah.
first you clean it, obviously.
Like a very much Bob Dylan harmonica holder case.
I was thinking John Popper, but yeah, same principle. Yeah, absolutely. But you put the bag in front so that it's just
and they need the
always there.
vest on
always right
also.
there,
And they
yeah.
need the vest
A vest
on
full of
also.
harmonicas.
They need the fishing vest full of harmonicas as well. While they're puking.
Can you imagine playing the harmonica and then puking while playing it?
What sound would that make?
Oh, what sound? It probably. God, if it's
Certain note, hit that note.
it'd probably sound a lot like this. If I had to guess, I mean, I'm just building a scenario. I don't know if that's true.
Oh,
I don't know about you guys, but I'm safely and securely back in the mindset of
Securely.
1960.
I'm here.
I'm feeling it.
I was negative 19 when this pilot was released.
Negative 20. Oh, negative 30.
No. Yes.
Negative 30.
How about you? I was negative 19, if that helps.
It's negative 17.
Okay, that does help.
There you go. It does help quite a bit.
The Blake effect. Sarah, do you know why we choose
Blake
to
effect
watch
wind.
Rosie?
Because it
There's
never.
there's 3 reasons.
Yeah. It's for free. Like you can find it on the internet.
Boom,
Right.
2 in 1.
Oh, it's 2 in 1. And then it fits the never got aired, the one episode.
One episode.
Wow, how do you like that? That's pretty good.
Fantastic.
I raised her right. Where can you find the
did
entire
raise me.
episode of Rosie for your dumb self? Well, you can do so by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube. Sarah?
Go to YouTube.
So close.
That's where you'll find it.
Prepare for takeoff, please.
You know that's Jason's voice?
He has good voices.
I thought it was Blake for the longest time.
No.
I thought it was just a third party.
I was really impressed with your the Beatles. That was really good.
Oh, my Ringo?
Yeah. Oh,
the
I can
Ringo?
do all the Beatles.
Yeah, that was good.
You guys want to hear my George Harrison?
I want to hear your George Harrison.
All right. Say hello to my little friend. Boom, 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 boom. That was from.
Boom, 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 boom.
That was from Rubber Soul.
Bo, 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 bo.
You can do it too. It's not that hard.
That was a show, by the way.
Bo bo bo.
7 times. Bo, 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 bo. And it was pronounced with those accents.
It reminds me of a joke.
Anime.
Should I tell you a joke?
Hey, you know what? I'd love nothing more than to hear a joke right now. You joke, man. You funny joke machine.
Let's get the mirror out. So a dog walks into Western Union. The end.
Oh, yeah.
I saw walk into a Western Union. Get the money. Dogs can't explain. Oh, God, Jason. You got me in stitches, bruh.
So I don't know. I mean, just like these jokes just come to me and whatever.
Yeah,
Fantastic. Summary of the pilot.
Let's hear it.
Here's a little something to wet your whistle. I usually delete that part. That's something I say in the previous episode. That's a rookie move.
It is a rookie move.
Some Bush League shit on my part.
New stooge.
Rosie, the talking homeless mutt, meets young Kip, who invites the canine to live with him. Do you want to grade it? You want to grade the...
is it 1 to 7?
That's the final scale. There are three sets of...
Well, I think the grading that I made precedent for...
Yes.
Not letters, but it's either good, bad.
Yeah, that's the new grading scale.
4. You got 4. What do you think?
Bad.
Okay.
Very bad. Okay.
Is that your George Harrison?
Yeah, it was.
It was very
bad.
That was good.
You know what? That George Harrison? Good.
That's good.
It was very bad.
Kevin?
I'm going to say bad.
And you know what I always say? I say interesting facts.
This is interesting facts. Don't talk about them. That's it. Let's hear about what's interesting about this pilot. And what can we glean from these facts?
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
Interesting facts. Written by Normal Lessing, who is best known as the writer for shows such as Bonanza, Love American Style, Hawaii Five-0, and The Littlest Hobo. Fact.
The Littlest Homo?
Mm-hmm. Wait.
Ant?
The Littlest Ant.
The Littlest Homo. Ant. From Last Comic Standing?
Is he small? I know who Ant is.
His name is Ant.
Oh.
I just would imagine he'd be small.
You're working on a different level than me. I got to get there. That's too funny.
Wavelength, baby.
The Littlest Homo. Ant. It's funny when I say it, too, okay? When I say it back to you. Okay, that's fine.
Genius joke. Sorry, pal.
Homo is homosexual, short for homosexual.
Oh, I get it now.
An ant is a tiny bug.
Mm.
When me and my brother were kids, we would we didn't do this multiple times. Maybe once. I would be like, "Hey, look, I'm a homo," and I was trying to say hobo. And I remember my dad was like, "Whoa, no, you're not. No, you're not." I'm like, "No, I'm a homo." And he's like, "Maybe hobo."
To be fair, did you have a stick with a bindle full of lube and dildos? Because there would be some confusion there.
There would be.
A bindle.
A little bindle.
We see. It's just spoiler alert. Bindle alert. Continue with interesting facts, please. I want to be interested.
Okay. That's up to you. That's your concern. Stars Phil Leeds as Rosie. He had an incredibly long career. You may know him from the movie Ghost, History of the World Part 1, Rosemary's Baby, and Frankie and Johnny. He was also a stand-up comedian for years and was the opening act for such stars as Barbra Streisand and Harry Belafonte. Fact.
What happened with this pilot then?
Hey, truth.
Is that jumping in the line?
Yeah, and
okay, I believe you.
I like when he had a song about a bunch of guys drinking rum on the job. Right?
Did he really?
I think
so.
What was it? One of his popular ones.
We'll look it up. Look it up, Jays. Look it up.
You don't know.
The pilot is available through Something Weird Video on the compilation The Weird World of Weird. Fact. Not all of these pilots are available on DVD. This one is.
I would believe it is.
Aired on the Turner Classic Movies channel as part of their TCM Underground series of little-known shorts as recently as September 22nd, 2013. Fact.
Pause interesting facts? Or
End of interesting facts.
End of interesting facts. Good. There was, in the Classically Blue link that we were sent, it had the TCM Underground logo.
It did.
watermark on the bottom right-hand side.
Absolutely.
So once you watch this, which I pray you do, listeners, that is, you will see that TCM Underground logo. Did you ever see anything on? Did you watch Turner Classic Movies? Either of you? That channel?
The closest I ever get is watching Kenan Thompson on Saturday Night Live. He's like, "Good evening, I'm Joyce Stewart." I think that's his name, and then he throws it to like a weird version of an old film that they've messed with. It's usually Kate McKinnon in black and white.
I used to watch that channel like all the time.
Did you? What's a movie
Turner Classic
that
Movies.
you remember watching from that channel?
Munsters movie.
The Munsters?
Yeah, Munsters movie. I was a Munsters head.
Really?
When I was a kid.
Did you ever watch that, Sarah, on
No.
Nick at Night?
I watched it
I know what it is, but I don't know.
constantly. And they have it on Plateau TV. I watched a Munsters episode, I think.
Okay. Is it like a channel completely dedicated to them or not?
No.
It's under the classic TV section.
Maybe classic TV probably, or Nickelodeon even. I don't know. But I used to watch Turner Classic Movies all the time. I would watch like Green Acres was on there, Andy Griffith,
Right.
and just all this the damn Stooges.
Oh, the Three
The
Stooges.
three of them. I should do that. That's the ASL
Yeah, that's right.
way of doing
Use
it.
the thumb.
You do that?
No.
Go ahead, count for her. Use the thumb.
It's 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Oh, I can't hardly do that.
We did a pilot years ago. I think it was, oddly enough, placed on Halloween of the Munsters pilot. It's a reboot with Jerry O'Connell.
I think I went back and listened to that.
And it was called 33 Mockingbird Lane, which was where the Munsters lived.
That was very early on in Couch Pilots.
It was.
I know that just from
Probably a year or two in.
I went through all of them recently, so that's
God bless you. Twitter responses.
Let's hear the Twitter responses. Jason, who do we get Twitter responses from?
None. They're all dead. Let's talk.
He didn't
about
even try. I just want to make note.
Well, this is what I do. I go to IMDb. I say who's in it, and then I click on them. And if
Could've
there is a
looked at
date
their
that
family members, hey, you know what? Could be something that I could do in the future. You never know. I'm very
family members.
I'm very active on Twitter, Jason. I can find whatever this asshole's name is, his son on Twitter. I can find him. Boom, easy. I can do it.
You can have that section.
I'm going to do it.
If you want.
Well, I don't want to fully have it, Jason. I just want to
Okay.
do it for the old ones.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
I'm going to see if I can do it.
Anything that would qualify for Turner Classic Movies channel, you can have. Yeah. This deal? High five.
This
that.
is deal.
That's a handshake deal.
Yeah.
All right, so let's put 10 minutes on the clock, Fake, and we will see. We'll break down the pilot.
Yeah.
Episode. We'll break it down. Sarah, do you want to start? Do you have any notes?
Mental notes.
Perfect.
I didn't write anything down.
You're known for that, for sure. I remember on a few episodes of Couch Pilots we've been on, we both didn't take notes. But I'll start
I think
it
I've
off.
only been on one Couch Pilots or two.
I think two or three.
I think
two or three.
two, and then
Okay.
maybe episode 200. So this might be your fourth appearance.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I think
wow.
we've
Yeah.
probably called you before too.
Oh, you were on Karaoke McGee too. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
The
Yeah,
Christmas
we sang
special.
some Christmas.
When
The
me
ins-
and
the
Ryan did
ins-
it. Yeah.
The incestuous.
Incestuous.
You were about to say it too.
Yeah, I was. It was great.
The
I was going to see if me and Ryan wanted to redo it at Thanksgiving
Oh, in front of the family.
for the family.
No, and then
Maybe
no
it's
one would
cold
make eye
outside.
contact with you with the rest of the day.
Yeah. So right off the bat, before we even get started with the show, I'm searching for it. I see the thumbnail, extremely weird thumbnail.
It's bizarre.
Which is a man, a full man,
Yes.
in a dog costume.
If you had to say just a few words about the show, that would be it.
Yeah.
That would be it. It starts. It's black and white. It's that old.
Yeah,
It's black and white.
Yep.
It starts with some simple black and white title cards.
It's
And then-
bath time, by the way. This is the segment that we like to call bath time on Couch Pilots. Oh, yeah! There we go. It's a very weird monologue just up top of what's his Rosie. Rosie is
Rosie
is
is-
a boy dog, and his
Yeah.
name is Rosie.
Mhm.
I feel like that's old timey, is it not?
Yeah,
A man name could be Rosie back then.
I think so, and no one would think twice about it. No one would think you're a littlest
But
hobo.
didn't they say in
Yeah.
the show something like, that's not even a boy's name or something?
Did they say that?
I
don't-
thought
they
so.
may have. If she remembers it, probably. I don't remember that.
I watched
felt
it
like
twice.
That the dad said something about, what kind of name is that? I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
They-
well,
they
the dad
give you
was.
the,
I didn't take any notes.
The list of
Yeah.
actors and who they
Well.
play, and something I noticed in this is that mother, father, and sister don't have names.
Yeah,
They're just called mother, father, sister, and
Correct.
then burglar, which burglar makes sense.
Yeah,
You're not gonna-
Burglar. The way they said it was really
burglar.
weird.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, that's how I said it when I was a kid, and I was born in 1960.
Hamburglar. Start us off, yeah.
So it's just a weird monologue talking up top, just kind of saying some bullshit. Really, honestly, unmemorable.
He's
first little
talking
thing,
directly
like-
to the camera.
Yeah, a monologue. Just a soliloquy, if you will.
Okay.
A soliloquy in theater means you are speaking to the audience, aside, kind of, from
SIE.
the story.
That's right.
So, a soliloquy at the up top, talking just kind of bullshit. I'm a hobo dog, whatever. Until I ran into Kip, a kid, and I wrote hobo kid ? He had the
He had a bindle.
bindle. That's right,
Little baby bindle boy.
And then Rosie has another soliloquy in the scene when he's talking to Kip. He turns to the camera and starts talking to the camera while also talking to Kip. And it was very odd to me. I don't know. This is old TV.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was something that they were doing or maybe exploring.
We really are 10, maybe 12 years into the medium.
Yeah.
So
So,
I know during this time, I give TV a lot of leeway during this
Yeah,
time to
for
like
sure.
how different ways that they're trying things, different avenues, different even special effects back
That's
then.
true.
I say, wow, I bet this is the first time they ever did
For
this
sure.
or that.
in theater, I have a theater background myself, and I sometimes you get a thing where a guy's talking to the audience, but then also kind of talking to the,
Yeah.
it was weird to see, but then I kind of put myself back there in my mind, and then I could figure out that it was fine. What else happens? He tells Kip, "Go home. Get out of here, kid. Get out of here." Right?
He says to go home to his parents, and
It's good advice.
yeah.
He says it like 3 or 4 times. Like, "All right, whatever, kid. Go home."
The kid finally says, "There's only one way that I'm going to go home."
Yep.
And what is that?
If Rosie comes with them.
Do you ever wish we had a dog growing up?
Yeah. Probably would have been better with my own dogs.
Because you hate your dogs. correct?
No, I don't hate them.
Do you hate your dogs?
No, I don't hate them.
You can tell, Kat.
I
What
don't
kind of
like
dogs-
them sometimes.
What kind of dogs are they?
We have 2. We got them at the same time. They're
First mistake.
Golden doodles.
Only have one.
Yes.
First mistake.
It's
is
the
having
golden
more than
doodle
one.
rule.
The golden
The
doodle
doodle
rule.
rule.
Only have one.
Yeah.
I think golden doodles are like really bad without another one though, because everybody I know that has a golden doodle has 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking out my ass here because I hate dogs. Never liked
I
them.
wish I would have had a dog a lot like Rosie, though.
I hate
I
my own dog.
think-
Yeah, I wish.
I think giving good advice.
Just
One that would,
200-pound man
yeah,
The way he
on his
moved.
hands and knees. Yeah.
That was what was killing me.
the way that he moved.
Yes,
Yeah.
like when he was trying to be
Yeah.
the dog.
Yeah. So that brings us to right here.
Yeah.
He comes home with Kip.
He does.
And he's sitting there like Kip's having a conversation with his dad who's reading the newspaper.
Yep.
He's like, "Oh, Dad, what if I had a?" He just kind of convinces his dad, like, it gets his dad to say, "Yes, you can have a dog, but in a roundabout way." He goes, "Oh, gee, Dad," and then he goes and Rosie comes in. He goes, "What are you doing? Well, you said I could have a dog. I was reading my paper." He's
Yeah.
like, that was
like he was
his
distracted
yeah.
and just. But yeah, Rosie will walk around on his hind legs, but then like when he's around other people, he gets on all 4s.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're towing the line of him being an imaginary friend, kind of,
Yeah,
but not well. I mean, like you said,
because he's openly talking to a child.
It's weird. It's odd. It's an odd choice, but it's a choice, and I think that what executed this properly is. You ever see Wilfred?
It's really it's in my notes.
It's in your notes.
I've seen.
We'll talk about it.
No, we can talk about it right now.
Okay.
I've not seen the Australian version,
Which
of
is
Wilford,
kind of like The Office.
but it stars the same actor as the dog. But in the U.S. version, it stars that guy with Elijah Wood. And I think it ran for like 4 seasons on FX, about, I don't know, 10, 13 episodes a season. But I did see the whole show.
When it was on, I remember it being lauded as, "This is a great show. You need to watch it." And it is. It's the same exact premise, except for done better.
Yes.
Because
a dog as well.
it's a guy that's dressed up in an even shittier dog costume. Where it's
Purposefully
just like,
looking
Even
shitty.
worse.
yeah, just like his whole head is visible and he just has like black paint on his nose.
Yeah.
And then like a dumb like onesie pajamas
Yeah, from
looking,
Walmart or something, yeah.
Yeah. And he's his dog. And he talks to his dog, but his dog is like regular. I don't know. So
Do you not remember that show at all?
Elijah Wood? So not that old.
It was on FX. It was
Yeah.
like
It probably ended 5-6 years ago.
yeah, it was probably no longer than that. It was before me and Steph were together. I know. That's how I place things usually in my head. Is like
Okay.
20. It was probably like 2011, 2012.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Around.
Yeah.
But it's fucked up. Rosie's just like kind of on his hands and knees,
It looks painful.
and like Kip's like, "Come on, Rosie, why don't you talk?" And he just kind of like is a human, just like looking at him like.
It's like the WB frog that the guy captures the frog and he does the tap dancing with the hello my baby hello, and then he's like, oh my god, I want like $1 million, and he goes shows someone and the frog's just sitting there.
Just a frog.
It's kind of like that where he won't talk in front of his family, and instead and he won't even talk, but he will make a mess.
Yeah,
and
he
then
jumps
gets
on the
kicked out of
couch.
the house.
Jumps on the couch.
Knock some pillows off.
So weird
Crazy.
as like
What a jerk.
a man doing that because he's sitting still the entire time when they're talking.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
He's like, wag your tail.
all
really
right,
hard.
I'm gonna fuck this house up real quick and ruin it for everything. You know.
So it almost seems like he likes being a ragamuffin, like he likes being on the street. you know?
I think he even says as much in one of his model, which it keeps cutting back to just him. He's narrating it.
Like in an alley still, like just
He's narrating
yeah.
it from like a year later. So I don't know when he's narrating it from because the story doesn't really tie together. But whatever.
He sneaks back in the house. Why does he do that?
I don't remember.
Does he just want to see Kip? I don't.
He wants to say goodbye. Yeah.
wants
Yeah.
to say goodbye. Yeah.
And then his neighbor Helen comes over.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be in Helen's garage.
And she's like, "Hey, I lost the dog that I was watching for you." And then, but Rosie dug up my garage floor. And then I like this part. It was funny because while she was saying that, and Rosie's hiding from Helen, she's saying, "Yeah, he ruined my floor." And then he's like smiling and nodding, like,
and doesn't he just sneeze like a human sneeze to get?
Sneezes a human
A
sneeze.
few seconds later, yeah. But like, I love that he's like, "Yeah, I did that. I totally ruined her floor."
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
So yeah, he's found out by Helen when he sneezes, and then Rosie will speak to Kip like in front of other people, but he only like whispers, which is weird. They didn't think this through.
Yeah, it's really not. Like I said, it's not realized yet. The idea isn't realized yet, which is it could have been something that was smarter, but it's
a scam.
dumb.
50 years later, they got it right with Wilford.
It's very dumb the way that it works.
Did you guys think when the sister came in, you were confused who was the wife?
100%.
Everyone,
And then
Very
even his
confused.
friend, I was like, why is she an adult woman as well?
Yeah, she's like
They come in and they're
Kip's so young.
she's like mid-late 20s, having a one-on-one conversation with this child, like an adult conversation. It's very bizarre.
They come back home, the mom and dad and sister, and they're hammered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah.
The guy was like, I think he said something like, "I shouldn't have been driving."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, hilarious. And
Am I already hungover?
yeah, that's what he said.
That's what. It's, so like Rosie decides to spend the night at Kip's house, but he's like, "I'm gonna leave as soon as he falls asleep." But Rosie falls asleep, and then is woken up in the middle of the night when a guy breaks in the house.
He's
and
like,
starts
the family's home.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the family coming home.
just some dude.
Burglar.
What?
A burglar.
Oh, that's right, a hamburglar. He breaks into the house and he starts like picking up things, pocketing them. And Rosie's like, "Oh, this is a burglar, but you know what? This isn't my house.
Yeah,
These
I'm not
people
gonna
don't know
do
me. Like,
anything,
what am I gonna do?"
They're going to find me out. They're going to know that I was here if I stop this burglar.
Just trying to rationalize not doing anything.
so weird.
Until he messed with the boy.
That's right. And what did he say?
He tackled him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Straight up tackled
I
him.
think he noticed he had a gun.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
He's like, "Good Lord, only the
He has a
boys
gun?
here."
Yeah.
So he tackles him, and then he like starts talking to the guy.
And he talks to him, and the guy says, the
Gives
burglar
him a pep
says
talk.
nothing. It was a quote-unquote sermon, apparently, what he gave him. And he's, "You guy, get out of here, you. I don't know what you're doing." His accent is so, I can't place it, right? "I don't know what you think you're doing in here, getting this kid. Oh, for crying out loud, what are you doing?" And it's like, okay. And the guy's just freaked out the whole time, like, this is a fucking dog talking to me, I guess. But really, it's just a man that looks like he's dressed in a dog costume. So he jumps out the window. He breaks the window.
He doesn't go back out the front
Just
door.
go out the door. Very weird.
There's something weird about TV shows and dogs. I bet this is the 4th or 5th pilot we've done.
Yeah,
that has
like
to do with dogs.
In like the 60s.
Yeah, it was like we did K9000.
Yeah.
There's a robot dog.
Puchinsky,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
the robot. Oh, that's K9. K9.
there's a Turner and Hooch.
Turner and Hooch.
And then there's another one too. I'm thinking of.
But that ended up being in a movie.
This one here. Well,
Oh,
it's based on the movie
Interesting.
Dog
this
Police.
This is based on a
watch
music
every
video,
episode.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Dog Police is based off of a music video.
And a band with the same name.
And it starred Adam Sandler.
And Jeremy Piven. Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven to you.
That's the Dog Police.
Yeah. If you haven't heard it, you're fine. You don't need to hear it.
Yeah.
So he lets the burglar go, and he's the burglar is spooked, and he jumps through a window, which I would imagine would cut
Kill
you
a
up,
man.
or,
But no,
or kill you.
You know what? I think
The curtains protected him.
he also, I think he probably just, he went limp. And so he was fine.
That's right. That's how you survive.
Just like
Did
the
the
dog
burglar
Luger in Slickers.
Good Lord.
He went limp.
Yeah. You've heard that, right? Like alcoholics, DWIs, they survive the accidents because they go limp.
Yeah.
Same principle here.
Yeah.
He was so scared he went limp through the window.
Threw himself out like a prop, like a prop man.
That dog.
Maybe he was also already hungover like the dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably so.
And then, so I actually laughed at this part where Rosie is talking to Kip about the burglar. Like, hey, kid, well, yeah, give him a talking to, whatever. I don't remember exactly what, I didn't write down the line, but I actually laughed out loud when he was talking to Kip about it. It was the first and probably only part where I was just kind of like, yeah, this is all right for 1960, whatever, you know.
When he was agreeing that he messed up that lady's floor, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
And then when the parents come home, we already kind of got into that already.
Yeah, they were
but
at a wedding, and they thought Kip was sick or something because he's like, there's a dog talking to me. He's like, well, he can't go
He's
to the
not right
wedding.
in the mind.
Yeah.
So they go say, we'll go get drunk without him. And
Yep.
when they come back home, they discover the mess that the burglar left, and they're mad at Kip.
Yep.
And then Helen arrives, and then she's talking bad about Rosie too. So everyone's like ganging
Rosie's
up on
there. Yeah.
Yeah, this
And they're
dog
mad that
fucking
she's
sucks.
back. Yeah.
Why are we letting this dog sit here while we're talking about how bad this dog is? And then they get a call from the cop station, right?
the chief of police.
The chief of police.
I always love it when the chief of police is
Yeah,
involved.
yeah, of course.
And he confirms that the burglar turned himself in, exactly like Rosie told him to do.
Yep. Hey, why don't you turn yourself in, punk?
I'm going to go do what that dog told me to do.
Yep.
So they all gather around
Turning point in
Rosie.
his life.
That's right. And they welcome him to the family, but they still don't believe he can talk.
Yeah.
Outro narration from Rosie. And Rosie asks us to join him next week, but there's not going to be any
It was a
next week.
pilot.
There's no next week.
Spoiler alert, didn't make another
Please
one.
remain seated as we are now crossing a zone of turbulence.
That's also my voice.
Yeah, that's Jason, too.
Sarah, why didn't Rosie work as a program?
Uh,
In black and white, it's not. You can't say that because everything was black and white back then.
it
Yeah.
was just not a very exciting storyline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Manga? About
26,
minutes?
yeah.
I think.
20 minutes, but then there were like 6 minutes of weird shit at the end.
Yeah, and then it started the show over a little bit again, but yeah,
and then it kind of it was just a weird cut. Yeah.
it just wasn't a good story.
No.
So you
it wasn't
think
very
maybe
exciting.
if you have all these same people and actors and characters in play with a different story, would that work?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
So you think it could probably move on as a show with different
Stories.
stories.
Just a better writing, perhaps?
Maybe without the dog. Rename it. Just call it Kip in his whatever bag.
Yeah, Kip and his bindle.
Homo Bindle, yeah. So,
Homo bindle,
yeah. That would have been groundbreaking for the time.
Would have been.
Yeah, on the
For
next
sure.
channel, you got Captain Kirk kissing a black lady for the first time for
Yep.
TV.
Around, the
And-
60s.
And then
yeah.
you just flip the channel over to Rosie, where a little white boy has declared himself a homosexual. That's groundbreaking television.
Not doing anything flaming, just saying,
No.
Dad, I think I'm a homosexual.
I'm around ladies all day. I think I prefer the company I'm in.
Did they even really talk about why he wanted to leave? I mean, he had like a pretty nice house.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
really
They
true.
never get into it.
Yeah, he's just a kid, I guess. I ran. Did you ever run away for like a?
No, I never ran away.
For like 5 minutes.
I
No.
remember being mad, like riding off on my bike. And
Yeah. But then that's just what you
Yeah.
would normally do anyways. Would just like ride your bike and then come home anyways. you
Yeah.
know? That's what I did. We had a giant park in my backyard, and I just remember like the one time I ran away, I ran out with no shoes on, and I said, "I'm out of here," and I ran to the park and swing down the swings, and then came back home. Yeah.
God damn, my feet are frozen.
Yeah. Got these wood chips getting my feet.
Ooh, I'm all splintery. I have to graft some lip meat onto my foot
I
feet.
need to get some lip meat on my foot feet.
Oh my god.
If this had survived, Sarah,
Yeah.
what's the? We got to keep Rosie in play. You're saying get rid of Rosie. That you can't do that. You got to keep the dog.
Okay.
Next episode, what happens? Like, even further down the line, what kind of story arcs would you see with Phil Leeds as a dog?
Like, where do you what do you think the next episode would look
Yeah,
like?
where would it go? What would
What
a
would
good
you
story-
write?
Yeah.
What would you write?
Oh man, more of like a Lassie thing. He'd save it more.
A lot
But
of
more-
pulling human beings out of wells and
Yeah,
stuff.
you know, not just like while the kid was sleeping and he was like tackling this burglar. I think more of like really rescuing Kip. Yeah.
What about you, Kevin? You got any ideas?
I think
That's
enough of the soliloquies.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I wanna
That's
go-
all I would fix.
That's all you.
I want to
think?
go back to the alley. I think
You want to go back? You want to go back there, huh?
I think as it goes down the line,
Okay.
this family really starts to love Rosie and is invested in Rosie, but Rosie's got a
gotcha.
lot of bad habits from the street.
I gotcha, yeah.
Rosie's in the alley hanging out in the opium den.
Yeah,
with
it's like
friends.
it's like a true to life story of like what do you say, the prodigal son, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. I
I
want
love
to
that.
uncover the nitty gritty
Yeah.
of Rosie and his bad habits. Why did he end up on the street? Man, you know he had an opiate pipe stuffed in his fur
Got
somewhere.
caught selling blowjobs in the alley.
That's right. $10 a man under the Queensboro Bridge, right? So that's what I would like
That'd
to
be more
see.
exciting than my.
Yeah.
That's a
than I
prime
thought.
time show.
Yeah.
It's more prime.
That's more prime time.
Prime Deion Sanders.
That's a show that Deion Sanders would
Ladies and
watch.
gentlemen,
Wearing his
as we start
Deion sandals.
Please make sure your seat backs and tray tables
You won't
are
find him in the
full
park getting
overhead
wood
space.
chips on his foot feet.
No siree.
Internet Movie Database is a real website. I couldn't begin to make something like that up. Rosie is on that website, and people have rated it. People from around the world on a scale of 1 to 10 decibel points in play. Sarah, what do you think people have rated Rosie?
Not good. 2.
2? 2 out of 10? Kevin?
I go a little bit higher than 2, probably like a 4. Probably like a 4.2.
4.2 is exactly right from 39 ratings. Let's look at the critic reviews. The motionpictures.net says, Rosie's a strange little piece of work, but if you're into the odd and forgotten, I'd certainly recommend giving it a quick watch. Viewer reviews, 1 out of 10 scars, as good as you'd expect from a man in a dog costume show.
Oh my gosh.
This is just from December 28th, 2018, so almost exactly
Wow.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
This is by Martin Haffer. Rosie's a strange idea for a television show, and my biggest question is why didn't the networks okay this show, but who could have possibly imagined that anyone would want to see this in the first place? After all, it's a show featuring a guy in a grotesque dog costume who also talks. The actor given the unenviable task of playing Rosie is Phil Leeds, an excellent character actor who deserves so much better.
Yeah.
So is this any good? Good grief, no. In fact, it might just be the worst and most creepy idea for a television series ever, ... and it's obvious why it never became a weekly series. Heck, compared to this, My Mother the Car seemed like a brilliant idea for a show. What's that?
Is that a pilot or is that like a show that
That's
went
a show.
on?
That's a show that went on.
Wow.
Boy, Martin Haffer really lambasted Rosie. One more viewer review.
That's funny.
This is from Lindsay, September 28th, 2013.
Okay.
She said, I'm not sure of the popularity of anthropomorphic animals in 1960, but it was only a year later that Mr. Ed began airing.
Yeah.
So I guess the Rosie pilot must have seemed like a good idea at the time. Maybe everyone was shopping around weird shows about human-animal hybrids. Haha. At least Mr. Ed used an actual horse, though.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point.
Very good point.
And again, it goes back to what I was saying about the early days of TV.
We're barely in there.
Everything. Let's take everything we could possibly think of and throw it at this wall and see what sticks. Why not Phil Leeds in a fucking weird costume?
Some would say the same is happening today with The Masked Dancer.
100%. That's 100% right.
Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FCF Airport. Local time is 11:11.
We're doing pretty good, I think. We're doing a good job doing the show.
Very good job.
Thanks. I think you're doing a good job too.
Thanks.
Definitely. I agree.
Do you like doing this?
I do like doing it. I always feel like I don't have the quick wit remarks.
Well, Kevin and I are
No.
really funny.
Yeah,
We're
I figure
super.
you guys
Kevin
do
and I are real
enough.
funny.
Yeah.
You have it. You have it. You have enough of it. Okay. You're not
Whatever
a
it
you're not a
is,
wet blanket over
you
here.
got it.
You got enough of it.
You got it in spades.
So I deal with the same thing with stuff. She
You
says,
got a little,
I feel like
She's got a little bindle over her shoulder
You got
full
a
of it.
bindle over your shoulder with the.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course, indeed. This is the last part of the program where we decide we've given you all the information. We've seen what other people have said about it. We've told you the facts, where to find it. Now we have our say.
Now we
right?
got our bindle.
That's right. Well, it'll be time to unwrap our bindles.
We're going to rate the program. Do you want to explain the grading scale?
Yeah, sure. It's based off of the popular 90s television show Cheers.
That's right.
And so a number one, it's seven characters in the show Cheers, of
That's
course.
right.
The number one is
A Norm Peterson.
Norm Peterson.
Played by
of course.
George Wendt.
We don't like him. Number 7 is the best that you're going to get, and that is...
That's Sam Malone, played by Ted Danson. And are there characters in between that numbers are associated with them? Sure.
There are.
But
and
do we-
I was going to write them down earlier, but I didn't.
I made note of all.
Okay. We'll talk about it next week.
We sure will. Sarah, we turn to you. On the scale of 1 to 7, how do you rate Rosie?
Yeah, it's definitely the Norman. Was that his character?
That's a 1. You're giving
What's
it a
the
1.
number 2?
Cliff
Well-
Clavin.
It's between those two.
Well,
But you have to pick one, though.
Oh,
we frown on decimal
You
points.
can't go halfway. Whole hog.
Yeah, go whole hog.
I think it was terrible. I'm going to do Norman.
I got 1.
It was hard for me to watch.
You watched Cheers, right?
Yeah, I did.
Remember
a little
Norm?
bit. Yeah,
Yeah. George Wendt.
yeah.
Jason Sudeikis' uncle.
No way. Really? I didn't know that.
True
Just
fa-
started watching
interesting
Ted
fact.
Lasso.
Is that good?
It's actually very, very good.
That's on Apple TV or Apple Plus or whatever?
Apple TV Plus, yeah.
Okay.
Gotta watch that. Very, very good.
I like him.
I don't have Apple Plus.
I don't have it.
I gotta figure out. I have like a free year or something.
Hey, what's that show? Tina Fey did a show. It's. I don't think I'm thinking of the right one. There's one that she did where Paula Pell. It's like the Woodbury Murders or Mysteries. I think it might be.
No idea.
That might be for Quibi though.
Stepford says, "Oh, Quibi, Quick Bites, R.I.P.
Do you know Paula
R.I.P.
Pell?
Quibi." I know the name, and I would know the person if I saw her. I'm sure.
Real quick tangent. If you ever watch Documentary Now,
Yeah.
there's an episode where they do a cast recording from a Broadway play.
Yeah.
And John Mulaney's in that, and
I've seen every episode, so I know
Paula
I've seen
Pell's
it.
in that, and she is just the best.
Okay.
She is so unbelievably funny. She's a top 5 hilarious woman for me. Unbelievable.
Paula Pell.
Paula Pell, write it down, check her out. So funny.
R.I.P. Or no, she's still with us.
Oh, absolutely, she's with us. Captain Kebmo, I turn to you. How do you rate Rosie?
This is going to be a 3 from me, Chief. I did not give it a 1. I didn't give it a 2. I gave it a 3. I laughed a couple times at this, and I really wanted to bring it back there in my mind. And while doing that, I think that all things considered, we talked about it quite a bit to this point. New TV, giving it a shot. I don't know. He says come back next week. I'd like to see next week's episode. I'd like to see what else they're going to get into. It was so creepy. Weird, yes. But a lot of the shit that's going on back then was really weird.
Yeah.
So
Well, you've seen
they
some
were
weird
still had
stuff.
Al Jolson thrown on blackface back then.
Yes,
you
they
know,
did.
like that was pretty
Yes, they did.
fucked. Yeah. So I mean, I think this was fine. I'll give it a 3. Not quite to a 4.
I'm kind of right there with you. I think I want to give it a 2.
You have every right to do so.
I think I will. I'm going to give this a 2.
Yeah.
The idea of a man in a dog suit, there's something there.
Wilfred.
Wilfred. You could do something. Something could be done there. What they did was no good.
It was not it.
And you got one shot, right? I think Aaron Burr said it. You got one shot.
Not giving away my shot. And also M&M said that too.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah. Only got one shot.
I thought he said something about Mom's lasagna or something.
That too.
Okay.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. This was not good. I don't like Rosie. Phil Leeds. It's creepy.
I feel like I would like him as an actor in something else. He did a good.
And he was around.
He did as good as he could have done in the role that he was cast in. I think.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the story was very good. Sarah mentioned
No.
it earlier about the writing, how it was bad. I agree. The story sucked. The characters. I mean, you're saying you're saying throw me to the bottom of the sea when the father's name is father and the mom's name is mother. There's no thought into this.
Yeah.
What is this going to be for? Just the boy and the dog? Is that every episode? And these people are just going to be in the background, no name? No, we have to be invested a little bit more than this. I don't like it. I give it a 2. Sarah gives it a 1. You give it a 3.
Yeah.
And with that, we close the book on Rosie, and we'll never mention that show again.
Until a couple weeks from now.
But join us next time, won't you please, when we watch the pilot episode
That's the one.
It's a hard word.
of The Presence, a.k.a. Danger Island.
Danger Island.
Here's a little something to wet your whistle. A mixed assortment of people survive the crash of an airliner at sea. Cast upon a shore of a mysterious island, they discover dangerous creatures, exploding bananas, mutations, and a biological weapons facility. You can find the entire episode of The Presence, a.k.a. Danger Island,
sounds
by
like
subscribing.
Lost.
It does sound... and we'll talk about that in
About
spades.
that, yeah.
By subscribing to Couch Pilots, SoundCloud,
Not-
Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube, Kevin.
And you'll know what to do, Tube.
That's exactly right. Go to couchpilotspodcast.com if you want. All of our shows are there.
Or maybe
Every
something
last
else.
one. What's that?
Or maybe something else.
Or do whatever you want.
There
It's
might
your
be
freedom.
there might be a website linked in the description.
Oh, okay. So seriously check out our show notes. There's some secret information there.
Yeah.
Secrets.
That
It will be coming to light soon.
very well said.
Yeah.
But if you go there, or you go to couchpilotspodcast.com,
That should still be live.
you should be able to see all of our Facebook, Twitter, and even Instagram information. That
Yeah.
I would imagine is 3 to 4 years old.
Yeah.
Send us an email if you want. Call us at 910-PILOTS1. It's
Please do.
910.
745-6871. That's the one.
You can leave us a voicemail, and then we can play it on the show, and you can hear what your dumb fucking voice sounds like.
Please.
Go to patreon.com, search Couch Pilots, and then give us your
Give
money.
Blake your money.
Give Blake your money. Blake gets it. I don't see a dime.
I'm giving Blake money.
How much fucking work do I do? No one gives me anything. I've had to scrimp and save and bindle for everything I got.
Scrimp and save.
Sarah, thank you so much for doing
Thank
this.
you
Yeah,
for
of
coming
course.
around the block to my house.
Literally around the block.
Yeah. Around the corner.
What was
Yeah.
what was the best part about tonight? Was it when you got drunk from that whiskey?
And I almost
bourbon
threw up
whiskey.
from the.
Can you drink the rest of that, please?
You
Please?
can do it.
Please?
Put your back.
Can you please drink the rest of it? I'm gonna drink it if you don't, but please do.
It's just a little sippy
It's
sip.
a little nip.
It hurts me.
It's a little nip.
Get hurt.
Are you gonna watch me do it?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
what do I?
yeah.
I won't look.
No, I'm looking. Oh yeah.
It's gonna take me 2 sips.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Always a fun time. Like I said, I think that every episode of, I think I've only not been in studio for like one time that you've done an episode of a podcast.
Were you there when we called Lindy's?
Yes.
Okay.
No. I wasn't there for that. But then I was there for the other like 3 times that you've been on the
I
show.
think we had her back on because we were doing a salute to women's.
Yep,
I remember that. I think I was in the same room, or I was like
Okay.
around during that.
But you weren't. You're not a woman though, so I wonder why
wasn't.
you were there.
It might have been that time when I just like came over and hung out in the pool.
I
Cool.
definitely.
Yeah. I don't
When I look at you, I remember you singing Mariah Carey.
Oh yeah,
So
And
good.
now when I
Gotta
hear
do
that
that.
song,
gotta do
I
it.
picture you bracing yourself on the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
the Kevin on Karaoke Biggie singing Mariah Carey and then seriously Alone by Heart
Yeah, there you go.
is some of the greatest memories of podcasting I have.
I have to sing that song again and just record it.
I think
Which
you
one?
sweated pretty bad.
Oh, that's the name of the game when it comes to podding with me.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to do that Mariah Carey song again.
So good.
Mariah Karaoke.
Yeah. And then Leon by Elton John is very good. And when you
Levon.
I'm sorry, Levon. And then Kiss by Prince is very
By
good.
Prince, yeah.
He's phenomenal.
I just
I was
whatever.
just trying to learn on my ukulele, actually. The
Oh.
one for
My dog
Christmas.
has fleas.
Huh?
What?
No.
Ukulele? You don't know my dog has fleas?
Uh-uh.
Trick? No? That's my grandma told me that. She's famously knows nothing about. She's famous for this. Knows nothing about music, but when you tune the ukulele, it's my dog has fleas. That's what they would say. Dun
Really?
dun dun dun.
Okay.
That's what it sounds kind of like, right? My dog has fleas.
It sounds like that, but
Right?
not the words.
The words don't come out of the instrument, that's for sure. But that's what people used to say, and that's you remember it for some reason,
Now
even
I'm
though
drawing a
that's
blank
not
what
the.
I actually say.
My dog has fleas.
There you go.
That's
you could
the
use that.
tuning of
Start
it.
saying that.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
Please scare me, actually.
I'm glad that you brought that up because we did talk about it on the show, and we won't dig into it now. But that was your COVID project. Was saying, hey,
really?
I would
It
like to
was.
learn how to play
Nice.
the
An
ukulele.
instrument.
Cool.
We
was
actually
very
brought
cool.
one home from Hawaii. It was like a little tiny,
Cool.
like it was
Yeah.
a souvenir kind,
Mhm.
and I learned
Yeah.
on that.
Cool.
And then went and bought an actual one.
You did good.
Yeah.
I was gonna recommend if you hadn't.
Yeah.
Because
She's
the
doing it.
ones that are like, they just don't tune right. It's just not. It's
So I've
not
never
great.
played an instrument,
Yeah.
so I kind of was like, I want to do something.
That's awesome.
Seemed
I
kinda-
think that's really cool.
Does
that she's
Kevin
doing that.
does Kevin play an instrument? No.
My brother Kevin?
No.
He plays the skin flute, I think, every night. And I'm gonna high five myself.
Because I know that Ryan's the famed musician of the family,
He is.
which is me and him are simpatico because I'm the only one out of 4 kids that plays instruments as
Well,
well.
I thought
my
your
brother
brother plays-
my brother plays drums, but he doesn't know anything about
What do you guys jam out to when you play together?
Audio Slave.
Oh, is it Audio Slave?
Rage Against the Machine, Audio Slave.
I've seen them in
what,
concert. They're good.
You saw
War
Rage?
Pigs.
No, Audio Slave.
Audio Slave.
Yeah,
So
at
sad.
R.I.P.
Palooza.
I should
Oh
have-
yeah.
Were they in Peoria?
No, I went up to.
You went to Lollapalooza?
I did
Nice.
like
Never
a
been to
long time
Lollapalooza.
ago.
That'd have been awesome to see them.
It was cool.
But he died now.
R.I.P. Yeah. Ego.
Kevin, you
Yeah.
have any podcasts you want to promote?
The Sixer podcast comes out on Thursdays, and you can find that where you find podcasts. And The Importance of Seeing Ernest comes out twice a month, or once a month,
Every other Monday.
every other Monday.
We took a little hiatus because Hoover Boss, his fiance, had COVID-19.
Had the coronavirus. Yeah.
But she's fine now. And then,
Cool.
but so we're back on schedule there.
Yeah. Those 2 podcasts and Karaoke Biggie comes out on Tuesdays.
You covered it all. Thank
Listen
you so
to
much.
those.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for doing this. This pilot may have been rough, but it is always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
Yes, yeah.
On behalf of Couch Pilots and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.